What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here on NBA 2K26 here for another rebuild back in the Western Conference. We have one of the most OP teams in the 2K simulation, that being the Dallas Mavericks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Dallas Mavericks in NBA 2K26. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Currently on the road to 50,000 subs at the moment, but share scenario has been updated once again. I can't believe I still have a share scenario in NBA 2K26, but here we are. Draft picks are all over the place as far as being incorrect. And then I guess I've been updating some of the transactions that have happened over the weekend. We have, of course, Bismack Biyombo signed with the Spurs, Brogdon to the Knicks, and then Kobe Buffkin was traded to the Nets. Now, unfortunately for that, I can't really do anything when it comes to that right now because the Nets already have 15 players on their roster. So for now, Kobe Buffkin's just going to be sitting out there until the Nets make a roster move to either just release him or free up a roster spot to bring him in. So, yeah, that'll just have to stay like that for now. But other than that, with that all out of the way, we're rebuilding the Dallas Mavericks, who, of course, have Anthony Davis and now the addition of Cooper Flagg. Kyrie Irving's going to be out for the beginning of the season, probably a majority of it. Maybe comes back late in the season, mid-season, we'll see. Gafford, Lively, and then, of course, PJ Washington's contract I've also updated as well as he got an extension. So we're going to go ahead and look at this rotation going to year number one, obviously with Kyrie going out. So you have D'Angelo Russell, Klay Thompson, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Lively, Gafford, Washington, Marshall, and then Max Christie if we run 9 deep, which I think I am okay with running 9 deep. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take some minutes here off the bench a little bit as I want to get Cooper Flagg, equated right away with 33 minutes. Other than that, I'll see you guys at the end of year one. Obviously, like I said, this, in theory, should be a pretty easy rebuild today. The Mavericks are pretty much an OP team in the 2K simulation. This should all be out in front of me, but sometimes when I take over a team, it's not that simple. So I'll see you guys at the end of year one. So at the end of year number one, Nikola Jokic is your MVP. Flagg does win Rookie of the Year. So we gave him more minutes, and he averaged 18 points per game. Obviously, with Kyrie out, his offensive scoring probably went up a little bit. But from what I usually seen from him in his first season in the 2K sim, Blake Monk's your sixth man. Wemby's your deep boy. He's your most improved, and Luka Doncic is your clutch player. Coach of the Year goes to Mike Brown, and Zachary Staples is your executive. So here is your All-NBA first team. We get no Anthony Davis yet. Does he make an All-NBA team at all? No, I don't think he did. Interesting. Okay, so no Anthony Davis on an All-NBA team unless if I'm just completely blind, but I don't see his name on here. So no All-NBA first team, but what about second defensive teams maybe? No, I don't think we have that here either. And then here's our rookie first team. Obviously, we see Cooper Flagg, and here's our rookie second team. So we do end up as the third seed in the Western Conference. Here were your player stats. You had 23 from Anthony Davis, 19 from D'Lo, and 18.5 from Cooper Flagg, 18 from Klay Thompson. So surprisingly, Kyrie has not made his return in the lineup yet. I guess he's going to be out for 1 to 2 more weeks. I mean, at this point, I think he would be healthy. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and make him healthy. I think he'd be back before. I mean, I remember he said on a stream that he's not guaranteed even back for the playoffs or something like that. But I'm just going to assume that he would be. So we're going to make him healthy here and get him in these playoff minutes. So Kyrie is back now. We'll shrink the bench utilization down to 50. And we'll have, this as our starting 5. Again, I'm going to give Cooper Flagg more minutes, though. But I do like this a lot. So Flagg's going to get, about 35 minutes a night as well. So let's see how this is going to go. Golden State Warriors in round 1. Let's see what they got going on now. What's interesting about the Warriors is I think they still only have like 9 players under contract. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're going to do in real life. There's still a standstill as I'm recording this between Kuminga and the Warriors. I cannot believe it's gone this far into the offseason, but here we are. Does he? I don't know. We'll figure out what happens with that. But game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to them. Game 3 is going to go to us as well. Game 4 goes to us, and we beat them in 6, hopefully. Yes, we beat them in 6. Now we get Minnesota or LA, so let's see who it's going to be. It is going to be the Timberwolves. So the Wolves do often make it to the conference finals, so it would not shock me if we don't beat them quite yet. But we'll give it, of course, our best shot. So game 1 is going to go to us on the road to start things off. We're up 2-0 to start the series off, but they are going to even it up probably. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and simcast game 5. I want to give less minutes to Cooper Flagg, but I'm all in on Cooper Flagg playing as many minutes as possible here. If we get a 3-2 lead here, that would obviously be big time, and we will take a 3-2 lead. So now we get to go back home, and let's see if we can't win at home and get to the conference finals, as it looks like the Clippers await us. Mavericks and the Clippers have a little bit of a old rivalry, I would say. Obviously, that was more when Luka was here. They matched up like all the time in the playoffs, but we beat the Timberwolves in 6, and now we get to play the Clippers, who are the first seed. We have New York and Detroit on the other side. So LA Clippers, of course, they have Harden, Bogdan, Kawhi. I mean, they're still yet to be determined, I believe, about what maybe happens with that Clippers thing, but I don't know. Bradley Beal, Zubac, John Collins, Russell Westbrook, Brook Lopez, Chris Paul. So game 1 is going to go to us, 117 and 105. Good start. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, 3-0. In game 4, game 5, they win. Or sorry, they win game 4. We go on and win game 5. So Knicks or Pistons is going to be our NBA Finals matchup, but not a shocker whatsoever. We're already in the NBA Finals. We get to play the New York Knicks. So Kyrie Irving is your Conference Finals MVP, and Karl Towns is your Conference Finals MVP for them. Okay, well, we got this far already. I mean, like I said, the Mavericks are pretty easy. You know, I'm not really too surprised to see us this far already. Now, do we win the championship already in year 1? Let's find out. So game 1 is going to go to the Knicks. Game 2 is going to go to them. So they actually have 2-0 on us. I'm quite surprised. I thought we'd have maybe at least one of those games in the first 2. We might go down 3-0 to this Knicks team unless we get back in this game. We slowly are, but we don't ever get the lead here. So we're down 3-0. We do win game 4, so we're not dead yet, technically. But can we go out here and win another one and keep making this series interesting? It looks like we might win this game, and we will win another one. So we've won 2 in a row. So we're still alive. Got to win one more, though, and then a game 7 can happen. Now, this is in Dallas, so this would be a huge advantage to win game 6, force that game 7 after we're just down 3-0. Have the lead at the moment, but they are trying to creep back into it. And this is indeed going to game 7 after we were just down 3-0. So, okay. Game 7 on the road in Madison Square Garden after just being down 3-0. Please show up at least. I don't want to get blown out. I want to at least have a close game. Might be an early jump-in scenario, but we were just never within reach, it looks like. So, the Knicks will still take care of business, beat us in 7, even despite, forcing a game 7 after being down 3-0. So, that is a rough way to start it off, obviously. That would have been really nice to have won right away, even though, we're probably going to win here eventually. So, LeBron James, Al Horford, Kyle Lowry, Chris Paul, Jordan, Russell Westbrook. So, a lot of retirements here. Let's go to the lottery and let's see what we got going on here. So, our pick, of course, I believe is going elsewhere this offseason. So, the Grizzlies via the Phoenix Suns. We got, which, again, that draft pick is still kind of confusing to figure out, but I don't think it should be going to the Suns. So, whatever. Hornets via Memphis. You got the Hawks via the Milwaukee Bucks. And then you got the Bucks via New Orleans, which, again, that draft pick is very confusing to get fixed on here as well. And as far as our pick is concerned, we do have a pick, 27th overall. So we get to draft a young rookie added to the team. But Akeem Jason Kidd, we'll head to draft night and we'll pick at 27. So I think with the 27th overall pick, we're going to be taking Darius Akuff out of Arkansas. I don't even know if I'm saying that last name correctly, but he is going to be the guy here. So welcome to the Mavericks, a young point guard. So we'll take him. He's a 73 overall. We'll see what his contribution is maybe in the future. Elo does decline his player option already, so I guess, Darius could step up in that role right away. We'll see. Lively, of course, will be accepted. Qualifying offers, nothing going on here. And I don't imagine we have any important free agents to deal with whatsoever. So there's Brandon Williams and Dwight Powell. Two guys I'm not too overly concerned about. We do have, some free agents sitting here, but I don't think I'm going to do anything just yet. My ultimate goal here is to try, and Clay did not retire either, which I've seen him retire plenty of times in 2K25. So I think the one thing we should be worried about is the regression of Klay Thompson. He might regress quite a bit this offseason. So I guess that would be the guy I would move, even though I do like his fit here, but I do want to acknowledge that maybe he would regress. So I think that's going to be like the one move I would do. So if we could trade Klay Thompson for something before he regresses, I think that's where I'm going to go with this. This does feel like the right thing to do. There was some better trade offers, I'm not going to lie, but I think I want to send him back to Golden State and let him, ride out his career where he belongs. So, yeah, I think this is a poetic justice here. So I'm going to be sending him back to the Warriors for Moses Moody. They want a first. They want to give me an unprotected 2027 pick. I mean, I prefer not to do this, but I guess if we're turning it into an unprotected instead of a swap worst, then whatever. I don't think the Warriors should be doing this, but that's apparently what they want to do. So whatever, we'll go ahead and do it. So we're going to get Moses Moody on the team now, added to the squad. So Moses Moody is going to be an interesting piece for us. Klay Thompson goes back home, which, like I said, I think it feels right for that to be the case. So that's going to be, I think, our only move of the offseason. I don't think I'm going to sign anybody else. We kind of have a full bench rotation. what I'm trying to accomplish here is I'm hoping to win a championship before Kyrie and AD are guys that we want to trade. I think we can win next year. I think I'll trade them in the offseason and just like start the full-on reset here. So Cooper Flagg, 89 overall, but it all depends if we get that championship. That's what I want before I'm ready to move on from everything. Jaden Hardy, also someone that is developing, and he's probably going to take the D-Lo role this year, so we'll take that. And then Moses Moody and Max Christie will probably be the shooting guard rotation. AD and Kyrie, though, are already regressing, which is why I think it's very paramount that hopefully win a championship next season, because it would be a great thing to take advantage of before they regress a little too much. So I'll see you guys with the lineup going into year number 2. So here is indeed a rotation going into season number 2. Kyrie Irving, of course, point guard full-time this season. Moses Moody at the 2 guard, replacing Klay Thompson. I'm going to assume Klay regressed quite a bit, which is why we made that trade in the first place. If we go over to the Golden State Warriors, let's see his overall now. And yeah, he regressed down to 75 overall. So that's why we kind of did that. But like I said, he's back in a Golden State uniform, which feels right. But back to the rotation as I was kind of talking about it. So if I can get there correctly, there we go. Kyrie, Moses Moody, Flagg, Anthony Davis, Lively, Gafford, Washington, Marshall, and Max Christie kind of rounds up your rotation. So I will see you guys at the end of year number 2. Obviously, kind of expecting to bring in a championship this season. We've seen the Mavericks be super dominant in the simulation, so hoping it swings in our favor this offseason or these playoffs as well. We'll definitely be in the playoffs, but just a matter of, do we bring a championship in? Well, gonna find out. SGA is your MVP for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Peterson is your Rookie of the Year. Giddey is your 6-man. Wemby's your depoy. Most improved goes to Scoot Henderson. Jaylen Brown, your clutch player. And Kidd is your coach here at 66 and 16. Nathan Mack is your executive. And Jokic did win the Cup MVP. So here is your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third team. We do get Kyrie Irving making an All-NBA team, which is nice. Let's see. How many years do you have? He has a player option. We'll see if he accepts it or not. All defensive first team and all defensive second team. And then what is Anthony Davis's contract situation as well? That's something I need to keep note of. So salary cap breakdown, Anthony Davis. He's in a similar boat. So him and Kyrie both have the option to leave us this offseason, which, again, I think winning a championship right now is super important. So hopefully we do get that done, but we're going to find out. So here are your player stats. You have 29 from Kyrie, 22 from Anthony Davis, 20 from Cooper Flagg, 13 from Moses Moody. So, as I was saying, 13 from Moses Moody, got a cough kicking in there. Obviously didn't provide us as much floor spacing as Klay Thompson did, but he's still a better overall and much younger. So we get to play the Golden State Warriors, funny enough. So we get to play Steph Curry, Podziemski, Oubre, Jimmy Butler, Draymond. Kuminga's there against his own will right now. I don't think he's going to sign a big contract like that for them, but Klay Thompson's there, of course, deep on their bench as well. So here goes nothing. Game 1 is going to go to the Warriors. So if we find a way to lose in round 1, I would be super upset. We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And I think, yeah, we beat the Warriors in 5. And now we get to play the Spurs. So obviously the Spurs are going to be much tougher with Wembanyama over there. But here goes nothing against them. They have Fox. A cough trying to kick in again. Trying to hold it back. Harper, Vassell, Sohan, Wemby, Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson, Carter Bryant, and Luke Cornett. Game 1 is going to go to them, just like the Warriors series started, but we do even it up. Game 3 goes to them. So the Spurs do have plans of wrecking us here. I'm going to shrink it. The coughs are kicking in big time right now, so I apologize. But let's go ahead and simcast Game 4, because I'm not in the mood to go down 3-1 to the Spurs already. I thought for sure that this was going to be a year that we bring in a title, and we are going to hold on to win Game 4. Okay. Let's go win Game 5, hopefully, as well, and then we could be in business. But the Spurs do have the lead right now, and they may take... Oh, we do get slowly back in the game. Do we ever take the lead, though? No, we're down 3-2. So we're on an 8-man rotation right now. We're going to be on the road in San Antonio. Got to win this to stay alive. It is a close game here. We have the lead at the moment, but do they ever take it away from us? No. We force a Game 7. Game 7... Here goes nothing. Game 7. Man, what the hell? Why am I coughing so much? It is somewhat early in the morning. Actually, it is pretty early in the morning as I'm recording this, but I didn't know I'd be coughing this much, and we do win Game 7. So we're still alive. Now I got to put the terminal up. So we did beat last year, but they're a good team, so I won't rule out the idea that they could beat us here. Game 1 does go to us. Game 2 goes to us as well. Game 3 and Game 4 goes to them. and we beat them in 5. Okay, now to play the Knicks again. So they beat us last year, but hopefully we have the edge to beat them this time around. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, OG, Josh Hart, Carly Towns, Deuce McBride, Yabusele. So they're fairly similar. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 is going to go to us. I think we might have it in the bag. Yep, we're going to beat them in 4. Okay, so just like that in year number 2, no surprise, the Mavericks win a championship. I'm not patting myself on the back or anything, but we did win. So we got that out of the way, which feels good. We almost had one last year, and now we get it done this year. Now, the question is, what is Kyrie and AD going to do with their player options? But we win a championship before they're gone, which is nice to at least had that. So, here are your retirements. I mean, Klay Thompson does retire a Warrior, which feels absolutely correct and poetic. So, I love that we made that trade, and it still worked out for us. But let's go to the lottery. Obviously, lottery probably won't matter for us this offseason. Knicks via Washington is absolutely incorrect. And then Bulls via Portland via incorrect. I mean, all of this crap is just... most of these are just so wrong right now. I think Utah's pick is incorrect. Just a lot of like, I could fix 2026, but as far as fixing 2027, it's kind of hard to do that. And it's still just a mess, which really sucks. But I think I'll probably fix those top, or yeah, the Knicks, Thunder, Bulls. I'll probably fix those picks. But other than that, as far as our pick is concerned, we actually have that Warriors pick we got in that Klay Thompson trade, which I thought I didn't need, but they were keen on offering it. And then as far as our other pick is concerned, it looks like it is going to the Hornets. So I'm going to fix those draft picks, cough a little bit more, and I'll see you guys. And then we do need a new head coach as well. Kid is still here, though, so I'll just bring him back. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the draft. Or after the draft, because we don't have a pick. Or we do have a pick. I'm going to see you in the draft. With the 17th overall pick, I think we'll go ahead and take Brandon McCoy out of Duke's. Welcome to the Mavericks from that Warriors picks. We'll take him and feel decent about that. He's a 74 overall out of the gate, and here are your player options. So, yeah, it is kind of interesting to see that Kyrie and Anthony Davis both declined their contract. Or actually, Anthony Davis accepted, which actually feels good that he accepted that. So, Kyrie Irving is also a free agent who is leaving, which does suck, but at this point, I think I'm going to let him walk and just figure out what I'm going to do with Anthony Davis. So, that feels good. At least one of them did accept it, so we get value for at least one of them. But I'll probably let Anthony Davis or probably let Kyrie Irving just walk somewhere else. Not going to lie. Lively does need to resign, and so does Christie. So I'll resign both Christie and Lively, but I'm probably going to let Kyrie just walk, man. So Christie and Lively, we got our championship with them, and now I'm going to start the Cooper Flagg era as the #1 guy here. So Flagg's going to be the #1 guy. I'm going to let Kyrie Irving sign somewhere else. He might be going to the Bucks. Don't know if that's with Giannis. I don't think it's with Giannis, but okay. And now we need to trade Anthony Davis. So we're going to trade Mr. Anthony Davis, see what we can get for him. I mean, we also could just sign and trade Kyrie Irving. I guess we could do that as well if we wanted to get something for him. So maybe it's in our best interest to do that. So he signs with us. He goes to the Bucks. That's fine too. That feels more realistic anyway. And now I'm going to go ahead and trade Anthony Davis. Although he wants to sign an extension, I'm moving on to a new era. I'm not going to lie to you guys. The trade offers aren't that great for Anthony Davis. So I'm kind of leaning towards trying to grab Malowatch off the Phoenix Suns. Now, if I did this, definitely would make our rotation a little bit more interesting. But a Malowatch Lively center rotation I feel good about, or if I played him at the 4. But yeah, I'm going to be honest. I've not seen any trades that I've liked so far. And looks like the Suns still actually value Anthony Davis. A lot of teams don't at the moment. And yeah, I think I like the idea of this. And I'm hoping Malowatch, and of course, not to mention, Malowatch and Cooper Flagg did go to school together. So there's already chemistry there. So I'm going to try to take every first that they can give us and see if they'd be interested in this. They want an unprotected Lakers pick. I'd prefer not to move that. That's, of course, the pick we got in the Luka trade. I don't think I could throw them more salary if I had to guess. So, like, I guess they could take Caleb Martin if they wanted to. Would you guys do it for this? They say no. What about a second? What does that say? They want a... This proposal would like have us spending a set amount of our 4 position, okay? What about Jaden Hardy instead then? You want Jaden Hardy instead? They'll probably do this if I had to guess. They're not interested. Okay, wow. We're getting closer to making something happen here, I think. Kind of crazy I have to throw this much at them. I'm not going to throw McCoy. We just drafted him. So, what if I just got rid of this first then? Still not going to do it? Wow, okay. They're close to accepting this. Do I just give them that Lakers pick? I hate to do it. Like, I really don't want to, but... I mean, we're getting Malowatch. I don't like doing this, but whatever. I'm going to do it, even though I don't think I should have to. But I'm going to make this trade happen. We're going to get Malawatch. Would never actually give up that Lakers pick, but they're being a little stubborn there. So now Malawatch is on the team, which I love, and I think he's going to develop even more. We could play him at the 4 technically, but and just have Anthony Davis, or Malawatch, which we might do. We honestly might just go ahead and do that. He replaces exactly what Anthony Davis was doing, but I also could in theory trade Gafford and get something for him, or like PJ Washington. So there's still a ton of options here, and we just brought in some more salary. So I'm definitely not done making trades, but we're gonna keep looking for something. So did not find any trades that I like, so I guess instead we will go ahead, just like Anthony Davis was playing power for us, I guess we'll throw Malawatch there as well and see what he can do there. So we got Derek Lively at 83, Hardy's up to an 80, so Darius is also developing. So we're gonna have a young team around Cooper Flagg now, which is what I was kind of going for. Our, I think, oldest player is Daniel Gafford right now at 28 years old. I guess Washington's also a veteran as well. And we do have some other, players that, obviously Grayson Allen and Martin aren't going to be actually in the rotation. Now, one thing we do have a bunch of big salaries. So there's always a option to make a trade if we feel it's necessary to do so. But that's only going to be if I feel like I have to. But yeah, I would say that there definitely could be a trade down the line to further solidify this team as a contender. But we've, gone all in on the Cooper Flagg era here in this video. Got our championship with AD and Kyrie. We've moved on to new chapters. So here is what it's looking like. So we got Jaden Hardy at point guard, Mas Christie, Cooper Flagg, Malawatch, Lively, Gafford, Darius, PJ Washington, and then, of course, run our 9-man rotation with Moses Moody rounding up the rotation. So that feels good. Stuff McCoy also in the background here as well. I'll see you guys maybe at the trade deadline or at the end of year 2. It all just kind of depends on the season's going. 3.5 balance. Or year 3, I should say. But all right, let's simulate this season. Cooper Flagg era has begun, and let's see if we're worse now or we're better off. So at the end of year 3, I knew we'd be a good team, but it wasn't on my bingo card that we'd be this good, and I'll show you why in just a second. Wemby wins MVP, Stokes is your rookie of the year, Giddey is your 6th man, Wemby's your depoy, Yakachon is most improved, and Brown's your clutch player. Giddey's your coach of the year. As you can see, went 68-14 even after Anthony Davis and Kyrie Irving are gone. So, and then Anthony Edwards did win Cup MVP. So here was your all NBA first team. So no Cooper Flagg or anything on here, but he is on all NBA second team, which is no surprise. So I love that. Now I'm actually kind of disappointed that a most improved player didn't show up for us. And you'll probably maybe know who I'm hinting at. Maybe you don't. Flagg and Malawatch do both make all defensive second team though, which is fantastic. And here's our rookie first and all rookie second team. But look at these stats, man. Look who our second scorer was. It was Jaden freaking Hardy. He averaged 23 points per game this season for us. So he went from half a point last season to 23, and I guess he wasn't even considered for most improved player, which is wild. 12 from Darius. So obviously Jaden Hardy did get himself an extension because of this. He was willing to re-sign. I was like, definitely. I mean, if the man's gonna average 23 points per game on only 12 million a year, I'm down for that. So do we win a championship though is the question, which is why I did not make a trade because of how good we were. I mean, look at it. We went 60-14, 12 games above the rest of the West. Here were your team stats. Offensive rating, we were number 1. Defensive rating, we were number 1. So Cooper Flagg obviously helps out with that. Malawatch seems like he helped out a ton with that as well. And we get to play another Texas team. So let's see how this is about to go. We get the Rockets, who don't have Kevin Durant anymore. They have Hood Schifino, though, which is interesting to have him as a starter. But all right. Game 1 is going to go to us 133-100. 23 from Flagg, 18 from Hardy, 18 from Malawatch, 18 from Darius. Game 2, 2-0. Game 3, 2-1. Game 4, 3-1. Game 5, Game 6, we beat them in 6. Okay, now to play Minnesota, who we've beaten twice in this video already, but this is going to be earlier. It's in the second round, and obviously our team is different, so this could be a much different series. Game 1, though, goes to them. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to them. Okay, I think we simcast the rest here, shall we? So they want to put Darius in the starting 5, I think, which not opposed to. If he wants to continue to develop into a beast for us next to Cooper Flagg, that would be great. Obviously, drafting is something that's very important to us if we can make it happen next to Cooper Flagg, and we will win Game 5, barely hung on there, but we do get it done. And let's see if, so they want Moody back in now for Game 6 on the road in Minnesota to close it out and avoid a Game 7. But they do have a nice lead here. I think it's safe to say we are going to a Game 7. So this is going to be interesting. But let's see if we can get back to the second round or back to the conference finals. So they still want to start Darius, which I guess I'm okay with. Game 7. at home to get to the conference finals for a third year in a row. We have the lead at the moment. Don't let it go, please. They did for a second, but we will go to overtime and hang on. 113 to 112. That was way too close for comfort, but we do win. 17 to 23 from Lively. He had, I mean, Cooper Flagg was even 12. Yeah, only had 12 points. So the fact that we won that game is kind of a very, that was very lucky. But now we get Atlanta, Indiana on the other side. We get OKC, who I don't think we've played yet in this video. So don't know how this is about to go. Obviously, the OKC Thunder are a team that I feel are kind of disrespecting the 2K sim. So I'm hoping that's how it turns out here. But game 1 does go to us. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. Let's simcast game 4. Let's try to take a 3-1 lead and not let them tie it up like Minnesota did. But it's a close game on the road in OKC. We're right behind them. Do we ever take the lead and hang on to it? No, we do not. So it is a tied series. Okay, and Indiana's up 3-1 on the other side. Now for game 5 at home. We were so close to stealing one on the road there. And they might do the same thing to us here. Hopefully not, though. And again, we're like just kind of sitting there behind them. We do take the lead here. And we... So close, but that was tight. That was very tight. But now it's time to see if we can't beat them in 6 to hopefully take the lead here in the NBA Finals and win this series. We're on the road. We have the lead most of the game here. Now, do we just don't let up? We do win. Okay, so we're back in the NBA Finals for a second time. Now we get to play the Halliburton Pacers. So they got Halliburton, Nembhard, Mathurin, Jarris Walker, Siakam at the 5, Obi Toppin, Neesmith, and Johnny Furphy. So do feel like we have a lot more size over them. Will that matter? I guess we'll find out. So here goes nothing. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4 goes to us. And Game 5 goes to us. So we do win another championship. That's 2 in a row. I think we have to go for the 3-peat to end the video correctly. So that is what we'll do. Cooper Flagg is your finals MVP. We beat them in 5. So despite trading AD and Kyrie, we were still able to win a championship. But we only want to continue to get better, of course. We don't want to just give up on run. I don't think I'm just going to simply sit here and run this back. I do want to try to maybe make something happen here. So that pick we gave the Warriors in that Klay Thompson trade ended up being pick 30. So I think it's safe to say we won that trade. But on draft night, we have no picks, I believe, at all. Yeah, nothing to go for, or nothing to show for. Options. We got Flagg, Melo, Watch, and Darius. So a young core who's all 21, which is great. And then McCoy's going to be developing maybe as well. Santos, we don't worry about. Free agency. I mean, we don't have money to bring in Luka Doncic. I'm about to say, I have seen the Mavericks sign Luka Doncic back, but I don't think we have the money to do that. Now, we actually do have some cap space here, though, low-key. So might be something we can kind of do here to bring someone in. So may look into that. But all right, what do we want to do here? So, I mean, I think Jaden Hardy really showed us something, and McCoy might show us something as well. So I kind of like our young guard rotation that we have already. Booty and Christie. We got Washington, Flagg, and then Malawatch, and then Gafford and Lively. So I think I'm the only guy, like, I think I would be willing to trade Washington and Gafford just to get younger, I guess. So that might be something we do. But I think I'm very cool with our starting 5, other than maybe the 2-guard spot. I mean, actually, our guard rotation, I'd, be fine with moving on with, unless Darius has, like, a big progression this offseason, which is possible. But I do want to see what we can maybe get for Washington and Gafford this offseason, because it looks like we could maybe sign a good player in free agency, and then we could be... I don't know. We'll have to see if there's anything we like in a trade, but I do think there's an ability to make this team better, and we will absolutely take advantage of that. So I think the one guy we are going to give a contract to is Julian Strawther. He's unrestricted, and he's an 82 overall already, and I like the fit with him as our starting shooting guard if we don't like anything else. I did not see any trades that I liked for Washington and Gafford, but I'm not ruling them out, as far as trading them just yet. We do have, no, we're still more time. I'm about to say, we still have money to sign like a Murray, but no, not anymore. So we have Peyton Pritchard here, Poppich, we have Hood Schifino, Brandon Boston. So we still have money to sign another guy if we want to, which I think I will go ahead and do. Like Denny Avdi at 27 years old and still affordable, which is kind of wild. As our backup 4, I'm definitely down for that. Obviously, Malawatch will start, but that's going to be it. Now, I'm hoping to see what progression are we going to get out of Darius and McCoy. And I think those are the 2 guys I'm really concerned about. So Max Christie's up to an 80. We got Darius up to an 83. So it looks like he solidified himself as a starting point guard this season. Strawther actually jumped up more than I thought he would as well. So I was already kind of talking about how our backcourt was a little bit of a worry for me, but They both have developed really nicely. That yeah, that feels good to have both those guys. McCoy, of course, is developing nicely too. Christie's still good. I mean, this should be a team that could go repeat, and I'm feeling good about that. So we're going for the three-peat. We still have Darius now, McCoy, Max Christie. I mean, we're very deep at the guard rotation, funny enough. But I think that's going to be what we're going to do. We're going to keep Washington and Gafford. I think with Darius and Stroud, they're developing what they've developed into. I don't think that there's any need to, do anything else. So this will be the final season no matter what. I'm going for the three-peat. I'm hoping it works out. If we don't get the three-peat, that would suck. But Power Rank has us first overall, proficiency's 4-star, and here's what your starting 5 is looking like. So, of course, go back to another rotation. But Darius, Strother, Flagg, Malawach, and Lively. I love that a lot. Christie, Hardy, Gafford, and Denny Avdia is your rotation. So it leaves Washington, Moses Moody, and McCoy out, so we're pretty deep rotation right now. But that's fine. If guys foul out, we know we have some guys to step in. So we went 68-14 last year. Is there an outside chance we go 70 and something this year? Or do we go 82-0? That would be wild. Let's see how many games it takes for us to lose. How many? Okay, there it is. All right. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 4. Hoping for a 3-peat here to end the video. So Cooper Flagg wins MVP. Marcus Spears, Rookie of the Year. Mikael Brown is your 6-man. Wim is your D-point. Most improved goes Jalen Lowe. Jokic is your clutch player. And Jason Kidd is your coach here at 74-8. So we did indeed go 74-8. You have Flagg All-NBA first team. Here is your All-NBA second and All-NBA third team. Offense first team Flagg, and Malawach is not an all-defensive team this time around, but man, we are in the driver's seat to 3P here. So here are your standings. 74-8 on the season, just so much better than the rest of the West. But we'll have to see if we keep that in the playoffs. So 31 from Cooper Flagg. Even Strother came in and contributed right away, so that felt like a great signing. 18 points. 17 from Darius with 7 assists. 16 from Hardy. 11 from Lively. 10 from Christie. 99 from Malawach. 8 from Denny Avdia. And 6 from Gafford. I'm going to assume that we're probably first on both sides of the ball, just like we were last year. Number 1 and number 1. Okay. Now, do we go on to 3P? We get the Pelicans with Spears and Zion and Derek Queen. So here we go. Game 1 is going to go to us. I mean, I'm feeling overly confident right now. So I feel like we should just cakewalk the West with how good we were. But now we get the OKC Thunder, who we did beat pretty easily last year. As I mentioned, the Thunder are a team that are just very disrespecting the 2K sim, but we will beat them in 5. Okay, now for the Spurs and the Wolves. It is going to be the Wolves, which we've beaten them twice already. Hawks and Pistons on the other side. Or this might be our 4th time. I think we've met up with the Wolves every series, every playoff run so far. And it looks like they have no shot for us. So they had Edwards, Dillingham, pretty much the same team. I don't think they'd go bare. So we're back in the finals and a chance to 3P. Riche is your Conference Finals MVP. Flagg is, of course, your Conference Finals MVP. But let's see if we 3P here or not. So game 1 is going to go to us. Game 2 goes to Atlanta. Game 3 goes to us. Game 4. Wow, okay, the Hawks are going to give us some problems here. Let's actually lock in now. So I was kind of thinking we were just going to coast here, but we are in a tied series with the Hawks here in the finals. So we win game 5 at home and take a 3-2 lead. See it, and we will. So 113-127. Game 5 or game 6, we do win. So just like that, we are going to 3P to end this video. Is that a huge accomplishment? Probably not. It's the Dallas Mavericks. They're inevitable in 2K26. Cooper Flagg is your finals MVP. And you got Cooper Flagg, Malawach, Strother, Darius. I mean, this was a damn good team, even after closing the chapter on the Anthony Davis team. Before Cooper Flagg even gets his extension, he's already won 3 championships, which is pretty wild. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Great way to end it off. I will see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace.